Imagine a voice actor who spent 15 years building a signature sound. She signed union contracts and recorded thousands of hours of commercial and audiobook work. Then she discovered that a startup called ElevenLabs could replicate that voice from 30 seconds of sample audio and sell access to it for $8 a month. The career she built was now a product someone else was selling. Cartesia extended that threat to real-time synthesis. AI voices can now be run live in video games and interactive media without pre-recording any session at all. The fundamental product of a voice actor's career became replicable overnight. This is not a slow-moving change. ElevenLabs went from launch to widespread production use in under 2 years. SAG-AFTRA went to the table and negotiated AI voice protections in both the 2023 commercials contract and the 2023 video game contract. Those negotiations set the first contractual floor for the industry. The fact that a union had to fight for this protection tells you how fast the threat moved.
Tobias here. Last episode covered machine translation repricing the translator market. The National Association of Voice Actors, NAVA, ran a public awareness campaign in 2023 because members were already seeing the impact in their audition pipelines. By the end of this episode, you will understand exactly what the contracts protect and where the gaps are. Tobias here. Localization dubbing took the first and hardest hit. When a streaming platform releases a show in 12 languages, AI voice synthesis can now handle the non-lead tracks in all 12 at a cost well under 1% of the human dubbing budget. Voice actors who built their income on those secondary character roles in dubbed content are the segment that felt this earliest and most severely.
May here, audiobook narration has moved similarly. Several major publishing platforms now offer AI narration as the default option for mid-list and backlist titles, with human narration reserved for lead titles and celebrity or author read editions. The calculation for publishers is simple. AI narration costs a fraction of a union session fee.
Kai here. Active Directory narration for mid-tier digital campaigns is another category that has moved. Tobias. A regional business that previously booked a studio session for a radio spot can now generate a passable voiceover for under $20. Studio session bookings in this tier have dropped visibly since 2022.
The clients who move to AI narration are not coming back, Kai. The price difference is too large, and the output is good enough for their use case.
Animation scratch tracks are a newer category to watch. Production studios have always used temp voices during storyboard and animatic phases, and AI voice tools now fill that role at zero cost. That is low-rate work, but it was a steady income stream for early career voice actors. Losing the entry-level work makes it harder to build the portfolio that leads to the higher-paid work.
Exactly, May. The NAVA member survey from 2023 showed that more than 60% of respondents had seen a reduction in audition volume compared to the prior year. The most cited cause was the expansion of AI voice tools into production workflows. 60% in 1 year is not a trend. It is a structural shift.
The 2023 SAG-AFTRA commercials contract requires producers to get a performer's written consent before using an AI replica of their voice. It also requires additional compensation for any AI use, separate from the original session fee. Though, that is a meaningful protection for union work. It means a producer cannot take your past session recordings and clone your voice for a new campaign without your knowledge.
The 2023 video game contract, formerly the Interactive Media Agreement, prohibits studios from creating a digital replica of a covered performer without that performer's written consent. It also established a minimum session rate for AI-involved recordings that is separate from the traditional session minimum. This was a negotiated win, but it came after the tools were already in widespread use.
The critical gap is non-union work. These protections only apply to productions that sign SAG-AFTRA agreements. The majority of the digital advertising and localization and corporate narration market operates non-union, and none of those productions are covered. A non-union voice actor has no legal protection against AI replication of their recorded work.
Good point, Erica. Even within union production, the contracts cover the replica of the specific performer, not the creation of new synthetic voices in general. A studio can use a completely new AI voice that sounds like no known actor without any SAG-AFTRA consent requirement at all. The union protects against voice theft, but it does not protect against replacement by a new AI voice.
Lead character performance is still human, only in most major productions. Animation directors and game directors want a performer in the booth who can take direction, improvise, and bring emotional choices that were not in the script. The iterative session process is how lead characters get built, and those sessions typically produce choices that neither the director nor the performer anticipated.
Distage performance and live narration are categories where the presence itself is the product. A live corporate narrator, a convention announcer, a theater performer cannot be replaced by a file. These categories are physically impossible to automate. Corporate event narration and live brand activations are actually growing as companies invest more in experiential marketing.
Original character creation is the creative category where human voice actors are still irreplaceable. Imagine a casting director asking an AI tool to create the voice of a villain who is unexpectedly gentle. I can interpolate between existing voices, but the choices that define an original character come from a performer's lived instincts. That is not a capability gap AI is closing. It is a fundamentally different kind of work.
Right, May. The premium audiobook market has actually strengthened for human narrators. Readers pay a significant premium for celebrity read, author read, and prestige cast titles. The AI narration option is standard for lower-tier titles, but it has not cannibalized the premium tier because listeners want the human performance.
The bifurcation between premium human narration and AI mid-list narration is accelerating, Erica. Positioning yourself in the premium tier requires more than talent. It requires the kind of track record that comes from consistent high-quality work over time. On-camera acting is the most natural adjacent pivot for voice actors. The craft skills transfer directly, emotional range and timing and direction and character work. On-camera performance adds physical presence that AI cannot replicate at all. Many working voice actors are already doing both, and the ones who made the pivot early are now using voice work to supplement steady on-camera income.
Voice direction is a genuinely new role that voice actors are well positioned to fill. A voice director manages synthetic voice sessions and evaluates AI output for quality and brand consistency and shapes the final deliverable the way a producer shapes a music track. Wait until you see how many studios are now hiring voice directors for their AI pipelines. Someone who understands both vocal performance and production workflow is exactly what they need.
Podcast hosting is a longer-term pivot that gives voice actors IP ownership. A successful podcast with a strong host voice commands sponsorships and audience loyalty that scales independently of any client relationship. The shift is from selling sessions to building an audience.
A voice actor's core strength is exactly what makes a podcast audience keep coming back: a compelling voice and delivery that people trust. The barriers to starting are low, and the upside of owning your own platform is high.
Character specialist is the niche play for voice actors whose range includes extreme or unusual voice types. AI voice synthesis performs worst on accents and dialects and emotional extremes, and aged voices with unusual resonance characteristics. Specialists in these categories are harder to replace and command higher session rates. Building that specialization deliberately is a faster path than waiting for the mid-tier work to recover.
The NAVA also runs a member directory and contract review resources for voice actors. If you are working non-union and want to understand what contract terms provide any protection at all against AI replication, that is a good place to start.
Good point, Tobias. If you are working through this decision right now, Career One Stop offers free state-by-state career counseling through the Department of Labor. They can help you identify retraining options and local resources. Reach them at careeronestop.org or call 1-877-887-25627.
If you forget everything else in this video, remember, AI displaced the commodity voice work, but lead performance and character creation and live presence are still owned by the humans in the booth. Drop in the comments and let us know where your work has been hit most. Here is your one-sentence summary. AI. Voice tools displaced localization dubbing and audiobook mid-tier and Active Directory narration. The SAG-AFTRA contracts created the first contractual floor, and lead character performance and live presence and original character creation remain human only for now.
Voice actors who move toward the protected categories are making a durable career choice. The commodity work is not coming back, but the premium work is still there for performers who build toward it deliberately.
3 years from now, you will thank yourself for building that on-camera reel or launching that podcast instead of waiting for the mid-tier audition volume to recover. The mid-tier volume transitioned permanently to AI tools. Planning for its return is a strategy that has already failed for many performers.
Next episode, the one public statement from a major tech CEO in 2024 that was more explicit about AI replacing software developers than anything the press had heard before. We will look at what the Copilot and Cursor data actually shows about junior developer hiring and what the practical pivot looks like for developers at every stage.
Subscribe so you do not miss it. We are walking every major occupation the data is showing at risk, one at a time. No hype in either direction. Just the real numbers and the paths that are holding.
For Professor Erica and the whole panel, I am signing off. See you next week.